70 years, we've been your hometown store for famous brand men's and ladies' clothing at rock-bottom prices. Need rugged workwear? Sharp casual looks? Ladies' game day gear? We've got it all, and it's priced to move. And when you shop Hammers, you keep your money local, supporting our schools, our students, and our community. Hammers Dry Goods. Tradition, value, hometown pride, and savings you can feel. Get to Hammers today.
Josh Anderson is a Republican who has fought for families across Anderson County throughout his adult life. Josh is a farmer, a husband, and a father. For 4 generations, his family has lived in Anderson County. A graduate of the University of Tennessee, Josh has served on the Anderson County Commission for 7 years and served as chairman for 3 years. Josh is a businessman who will put his experience to work for all of us. A supporter of term limits, Josh believes 2 terms as mayor is enough. Josh Anderson believes leadership starts with listening.
Welcome, guys. Welcome in to the Friday Night Scoreboard, brought to you by the Free Medical Clinic. Coach Derek J here. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, man?
Oliver Springs had to play Cofield today. It was a rough day for Oliver Springs. I think 41-7 is what you told me.
48-7.
48-7 was the final score out there in Cofield. Cofield, hard team to wrap up and beat, man. And they came in to Oliver Springs, DJ Britton Field, and took that victory over there. Tell me a little bit how that game went.
Well, it was a pretty good game at first. I mean, I think it was 7-0, maybe zeros. I can't remember the first quarter, and then halftime it was 21-7. We just turned the ball over there, give the ball in the short field, and they, how Cofield is, they'll capitalize. Mm-hmm. They're pretty strong. Just couldn't ever get going.
Well, we talked about this game last week, and the week before, and every other week before, and every other year before. This is the game. This is the game everybody's looking forward to. Senior night for Oliver Springs. Mm-hmm. I was really wishing I could be out there to see my guys, man, for senior night. I hate I missed that. I love you guys. Obviously, you're on your way to the playoffs. Where do you guys got to go?
I think either Cloudland or North Green.
Cloudland.
I'm not sure how it shook out. Somebody mentioned North Green or somebody mentioned Cloudland. I don't know. I think Hampton beat Cloudland, I'm pretty sure. So.
How far is that trip?
Oh, man. It's a good one. And it made us at least 2.5 hours. And if not more, longer. We went there for basketball last winter, so.
Wow.
Man, that sub-state game.
Wow. But you guys take care of business there. Will you get a home game?
No. If we win there, we go to South Pittsburgh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, you beat them last year.
Right. Well, yeah, we beat them. Yeah.
We beat them last year. It get rough, and, it gets rough. Football's a violent sport. And speaking of violent sport, Oak Ridge took on Maryville yesterday. And Maryville showed Oak Ridge what violent means.
Yeah.
I mean, they played absolutely physical the whole game. There was all gas, no brakes, as I like to say, with Maryville, and they trampled over my favorite Oak Ridge Wildcats 34-0. They go down in Maryville. What a rough game for both of us. Kids we've coached, kids we love, both teams, and they both go down. However, Oak Ridge does have a home game that they will host. They host a home game next Friday at Blankenship Field. So, and I don't know if everything's in yet, who they're going to play. From what I've heard, it's probably going to be Science Hill. I don't know how everything's shaking up, but this is what we're here for. We're going to find out what happened, when it happened, where it happened, and who's going to be playing, who's not going to be playing, what's the odds. And speaking of odds, what is the odds of Anderson County beating a 10 straight championship team, Alcoa Tornadoes?
Well, I tell you, ain't nobody give them a shot. I mean, everybody I've talked to is all Alcoa will go out there and take care of business. And then I seen your little highlight reel there your little reel on whichever one it was on. Couldn't quit laughing, man. I mean, good big win by the Mavs, man. I mean, you got to think they just got beat by Gibbs, not a couple of weeks ago, and that hurt.
Yeah,
you know.
it did.
But the company, you totally redeemed yourself right there.
Absolutely. It shook the brackets up for sure.
Yeah.
They did lose the Gibbs. I will tell you, Jed, is tonight is the healthiest Anderson County has been since the first 2 games at Powell and at home versus Catholic.
Well, you can tell.
Yeah, yeah. They was back full throttle. We was wondering what the freshman quarterback was going to do. In the first half, he had 4 passes for 140-something yards and 2 touchdowns.
There you go.
4 passes.
Well, we had 7 touchdowns last week in the first half. Jeez.
So
Freshman.
The freshman seems like he's panning out to be what everybody said he was going to be. There's some naysayers out there, but that freshman took care of business today. Coach Gillum and his guys at Anderson County took care of business today. Alcoa has a long ride home with a big L. Wow. Nobody expected that. Nobody, I don't care who you are, nobody expected that. But one thing I will tell you is Anderson County is a really talented football team.
Yes, very, very talented.
They are very
And if they're
talented.
healthy and they're going, they can go places. If you can beat Alcoa, I mean, geez, they ain't lost the region game since 2011.
Yes, and
I mean-
Anderson County got that championship this year.
That's 14 years.
Yeah.
Jeez, boys.
Man, I made a post on Exogen Sports, and I'm just cackling, man. I couldn't stop laughing. I'm
That's
watching
what it
the
was on.
game, Exogen Sports, and I'm watching the game, and I was there, had a great view from the booth with Mark Packer all the way down to the sideline on the Anderson County sideline. Seen GT, GT. He had his Letterman jacket on. He's looking good.
Good.
Walking faster than I can walk, I tell you that. So seen GT. I know GT. I know they played that game and won that game for GT. So shout out to the Anderson County Mavericks are on the map. They took down Alcoa. Now, I say it was worth getting those kids from Bearden to come over there because it's paid off, literally.
Yeah.
It's paid off literally. Now, I don't know what kid, but I think there was a kid that did land at Alcoa, and there's definitely a kid, Tory Beaufort, that landed over at Maryville. But the bulk of that group went to Anderson County.
Yeah.
Bulk of that group went to Anderson County, and they played great football. Guys, we're going to hear from some coaches. I'm going to reach out to Gillum and then Coach Gillum. Then I'm probably going to reach out to Coach Gillum and Coach Gillum again. That's all I want to talk to tonight is Coach Gillum for taking down Coach Nix and the Alcoa Tornadoes. Unbelievable. What a story. So we know the playoffs are coming up. 11 weeks of football is
Gone. It's over. Well, I mean, they get the playoffs, but it went fast. So it's what life's about, man. It goes fast.
It goes fast. The older we get, the faster it gets.
Yeah. Seems like it. I know those steps to the press box get longer.
I took those steps at Anderson County up to the press box, and I got up there, and my heart was
Yeah. You ain't playing.
like, golly, son. Yeah, Lee. Look, CJ, thank you, CJ. He gave me a paper I can't read. I don't know if I'm getting old or what, but But here goes some. We got some brackets right here, Jet, and you do better with the brackets than I do. You're more sophisticated with that, and we'll try to match some things in. We'll pencil in some answers and stuff, and we'll let you guys know everything that you need to know. Hey, what game did you go to? Who was you rooting for? We want to know. Won't you call in and talk to us about it? 865-483-8112, 865-483-8112. You can call in and let us know what happened, where you was at, who you was rooting for, and what do you think about those Mavericks taking down the Tornadoes? Woohoo! What a game. I can't get over that. We'll have some coaches come on. We'll talk a little bit about the coaches and with the coaches. Again, I want to talk to Coach David Gillum and Coach David Gillum and Coach David Gillum and Maybe we'll find somebody else to talk to, but as long as I can talk to Coach David Gillum, I think I'll be absolutely happy for the night. If I don't speak to anybody else, I want to talk to Gillum, and maybe I can even get GT on the line. Shout out to GT, been praying real big for him, just overcome a mouth cancer, a lot of surgeries, chemo, all the things. He is a fighter. He's so strong, and his Mavericks showed up and was so strong against Alcoa at home. Ella got to go out on the field. A lot of times they pick up that tee. Even towards the end, Ella went and got the tee, and it was a penalty on the play, so they had to re-kick, and the kicker was chasing Ella.
Well, you got those East Tennessee football, buddy. Somebody get the dog.
The kicker chasing Ella trying to get the tee back. Mark Packer was saying, Ella don't care. She just wants a treat. Ella a treat. Ella's 11 years old. Senior night out there at Anderson County. Anderson County holds it down. They will be the winners of the region. Man, to take down our core, that was definitely a feat. A lot of more games was played yesterday. Had an opportunity to go check out Powell versus West at West. Big game for Powell. Powell had penciled that game in on the schedule way before the season started, and that was the game that they wanted to play. They went into West. West came up with a great game plan. Coach Barron Chandler was taking over there at West. Had a great game plan for Coach Matt Lowe and those Panthers, but Coach Matt Lowe and those Panthers had a rebound, and they was able to seal a victory over there at West. And I know everybody over there was very happy at Powell. Powell had a great game and wound up taking that win. So I know they're excited, headed into the playoffs as well. Gibbs, I believe, will be heading to Anderson County for the first round of the playoffs. What about that?
Gibbs goes to Elizabethton.
They go to Elizabethton?
Right. And Knox Carter goes to Greenville.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Carter and Greenville.
Yeah.
And see, Knox Carter, head coach, I got Coach, I can't get his name out. It's on my tongue. I can't get it out. All I can think about is David Gillum. I'm sorry, guys. I got Gillum. I can't get him. I was going to say Gillum so many times. Coach Ty Helton over there at Carter hasn't traveled to Greenville. I'll tell you about those Greenville Green Devils. Greenville Green Devils took down the state champions last year, Team 100, Sevier County Smoky Bears at Sevier County. They wound up winning that game. It was the first loss that Sevier County has suffered. They was like on a 20-game winning streak, and Greenville went over there and took care of business. It was an amazing game. Greenville is going to be a tough team to beat. Coach Todd Helton is amazing. He's great. He does great things over there at Carter. He's making that whole program just come to light and come to life, and they're able to compete and play great ball. I think they just lost to Gibbs as well. I think it was a real close game. So, and I was looking forward to that game with Gibbs versus Carter. So, Coach, man, it's been some great football.
Yeah.
Great football.
Yeah.
I love being able to cover and see a lot of it. What do you have over there, Jet?
Well, where was we at? We was on the 4A. Henderson County hosts Volunteer. They'll have Volunteer in the first round. Elizabethton has Gibbs. That'd be a good game. Should be. But not to bag on it so much, but like, here's where we got. Somebody's got to fix the playoffs. 1-9 made the playoffs.
1-9 made the playoffs.
Not only two of them in the same bracket. Same bottom half of the bracket here. I'm not going to call their names out, but
no, call their names out.
Well, West Green is 1-9, and York Institute is 1-9.
And they're in the playoffs.
And yeah.
Well, let's talk to Coach Gillum here. He's on the line. Tell me I'm talking to Coach David Gillum.
How you doing, Coach?
Coach, you got 2 hours because I don't want to talk to anybody else.
Well,
Hey, congratulations on that win versus the Tornadoes, Coach. J.D. Gillum played an amazing game. Your line did fantastic. J.John Thompson kind of does everything. Booby came in the clutch. But I love Reese. I can keep naming the players because everybody took a part in it. And even more so, the people that even wasn't in the game, they were so pumped up, getting everybody rowdy, staying pumped up, ready to go. Coach, what did you feed the boys?
The boys, well, part of the we're still celebrating out here.
That's right.
I can
That's
hear
right. You got 2 hours, Coach. I don't want to talk to nobody else.
Well, it's been a long year, and we've underachieved. We've all been disappointed with ourselves up till now, and just the last 3 weeks ago, I was ready to kill all these guys. We've just, as Coach Kerr used to say when I was in high school, I had to come to Jesus meeting here and there the last few weeks. And we just started making some progress, getting some of our selfishness out of our way, and learning how to practice and how to work hard and sacrifice our bodies for each other on these Friday nights. And so I've been encouraged just over the last couple of weeks of those things as the coach. And, at the same time, when the tornadoes are coming to town, that sobers everybody up, because, knowing you got talent, a lot of times it's easy for the kids to overlook people. Ain't nobody overlooking Alcoa. So it was good for us just knowing they're coming, knowing that if you don't do all the things we're talking about, you're going to get embarrassed. Not just beat, you're going to get embarrassed, and it's going to hurt because they're a physical team and they're well coached. And so just the buy-in's been real good, and we've kind of been heading this direction the last couple of weeks. So I am a little shocked how well we were able to match up with them at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. So that was encouraging. They're a great team, great program, and we won tonight because really the time clock was on our side as the end of the game went down. If you played tomorrow or they had another minute, could have went the other way. So you don't leave here thinking you're the dominant team, but that's what it's like when two good teams play. Both teams played well. Both teams had players step up. Like I said, Jay's on. Man, he's a special kid. And then I was proud of JD. He made some big plays at big time, especially on that last drive. And they had players make plays. We made one at the end to put us ahead, and they ran out of time, and that was the difference. But, you play again next week. It'd probably be just as tight, and it could go either way. So we're glad we got this one tonight. Not many people can say they've got a win against Alcoa, so we're very, very honored and thankful to be on that list of people that did.
Well, Coach, you said that right. Not many people can say they beat Alcoa.
Right.
And it's been, 14 years since they lost a region championship?
Or 2011.
Buddy, I don't know. I've been in East Tennessee my whole life, and since Coach Rankin got there, and Coach Nix and David been with him and took over, and that program's just been the most historic in Tennessee history, and they do everything right. There's no knock against them. There's no animosity, jealousy towards them. Just they're first class. Everything they do. Players are great. Community's great. The great facilities. They know what it means to be a winner. They know what it means to sacrifice, whether it be money and getting facilities or the work ethic, the toughness. They're as good as it gets in Tennessee. So to be on that very short list of teams that get them, and you're talking an Alcoa here and there. You're talking a Maryville here and there. Mm-hmm. And ain't many other people got them. And, Maryville's, at one point was the most storied program in Tennessee. And now, Alcoa has had better run late. And with Murphy's growth, it's a little harder in the 6A. But, that's pretty much a short list. I can't remember the last time they've lost anybody other than Maryville. So.
Yeah, somebody will figure it out. One of these news outlets is going to figure it out. But tonight, we know for a fact who did beat them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, this is, we were talking, in our school history, you get some monumental wins, obviously our state championship, which is once in a lifetime, that kind of thing. And then when I was in high school, we knocked off number 4 team in the nation. It was Cleveland High School. They were the precursor back in the day. They had the nation's longest winning streak, and they were 54-0 and won 3 in a row, and we stopped them in the quarterfinals. That was a huge win for us in our community. And this one, even though this is just a region game, man, we got so much reverence for those guys. This is up there with both of them. Regular season, but that's Alcoa. So we gotta win. That's huge. This will be. We thought it was the biggest game, regular season game in our school's history. Really short of playing that state championship, we felt like this was the biggest game we'd ever played in.
It's huge, but it's not over.
That's what I say. That's like a state championship game.
No, not at all.
Absolutely.
You know what it does for us, though? We respond the right way. It gives us some confidence. Hey, you played with them. It wasn't a fluke. We won tonight. We matched them. Physicality. Our playmakers made plays. Their playmaker made plays, and they could get us the next time. But it proves we're right where. Congratulations. Thank you. Right where you want to be.
Where you need to be.
We're not going to step on the field with somebody and feel inferior.
Well, I hear everybody giving you congratulations in the back. Coach, tell me what that embrace was like when you met Coach Nix and around the 50.
He just said, "Great game, guys." Obviously, again, Coach Nix is a friend. Him and David Sweetman both, and they've always been real respectful of us and our program and complimentary. And we appreciate that. Obviously, our program is, we've tried to build a program here, but we've never attained to the success that they've had. So, he was cordial and just saying great game, and I think he knows we'll probably see each other again. And at the same time, he's, Coach Nix, man, he's a competitor.
Oh, yeah.
He don't take losing lightly, and that's part of the reason they're who they are. He's a great coach. Really, not just are they physically good, they're really. If somebody had asked me game plan wise, you're gonna pull out all the tricks. There are no tricks when you're playing these guys. There's no shortcuts. You're gonna have to. If you can't man up and be physical, there's nothing. That's what I was telling our kids. Though, if you guys ain't gonna fight and be physical, I can't even help you. I can draw touchdowns, and Coach Shallow can draw what to do. But it's when you play Alcoa, you have to be physical. You have to be tough. You got to be willing to fight every second of this game, or it ain't going to matter, the other stuff. And but not only are they physical and talented, Coach Nix, man, they're so good schematically. They're cutting edge, and they're not just sitting over there in base stuff waiting for their guys to slowly win the game. They did some good stuff tonight offensively to us, and they did some. They give us more looks than probably anybody we played since I've been here, as far as blitzes, coverages, changing it up every play, trying to keep the offensive coordinators and people like me from saying this is what we're getting. This is how we're going to manipulate it, take some shots, and get some free touchdowns. And most of the time we play people, I'm able to, me and Coach St. Clair, whoever's able to draw up a couple of touchdowns that, we just give them, but you don't get anything like that against these guys. And so some of that's a compliment when I say they do all that to JD and the OL for ciphering through all that, picking it up. And I know they made some big checks at times today to certain coverages, whether it be protection or screens or whatever, to put us in good situations. And, stuff people in the stands would never know happened, but those are big time plays by him and those guys to help us be in a big time game.
And he's a freshman.
Yes, sir. We have been around football a little bit.
Yeah, he has, Coach. I heckled and I laughed and I put a post on my Exigent Sports page, which I normally don't do. I'm not that type of guy. But I heckled and I laughed, and it's funny right now. And I'm just thinking about how ugly my laugh was.
No, it's good. That's the first, when I turned my phone on, I was going to call you, and I was like, wait, there he is. Horse laughing.
Oh, it was great, man. It was awesome. So, as a father, with the opportunity to coach your son at the high school level, what is the ride home like about this game?
Well, I'm letting him go out to eat with his girlfriend and buddy, so I won't get the ride home. But, we'll talk this weekend, and we talked a little bit and took some pictures out here. You're just proud, that you see all the time. As a dad and even a coach, one of the main precepts we use to teach is, you reap what you sow. And if you want something great in life, you can have it, but there's a price for it. You got to be able to work. As a young man, I've made him do a lot and work hard and pay a price. And as a youngster, he probably didn't understand. And now he's getting to see the fruit of that. And we do the same thing here with our team, especially here lately. We're killing these fellas, trying to get them over the hump to see things differently than the way a young person sees them, about work ethic, selling out, and selflessness. And to get a dangle a carrot in front of them from this kind of success, whether it be my son or the whole team, really helps the buy-in from them and the understanding saying, this guy's not just as crazy as I thought he was. This is worth it. It's worth the sweat. It's worth the blood. It's worth the time. And hopefully those type of things, that you're not content with, and it just gives you a taste of what you want out of life and what it means, what it takes to be successful.
Yeah, no doubt, Coach. Just an amazing victory. What credit can you give Richie Note up there in the booth announcing?
But Anderson County is such a special place, and what makes this whole thing go is just the people. When I got here 17 years ago, I felt like it was a rebuild. Coach Kirkman, when he came in the 90s, he had done so much to generate excitement that is, 20 years removed, and kind of all that had died down. And our feeder systems wasn't great, and our excitement wasn't great, and all them type things. And our little league, we had to organically grow them, and they worked hard. And then getting Richie and Chris in the middle school, they worked with us to build. But now, it's to the point. I got like all the stuff they do on the jumbotron. All my brother does in the fireworks.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 things go on here.
I was behind the scenes. I seen the
every
pageant
day and every Friday night, and I don't have to have my hand in any of it. Each little group takes pride in their niche and their hand, and they just like football. We try and get better every week. They try and get better, and it just makes it special for our community.
Well, it is special, and I love it. I know my phone rings is going off the wall. People want to talk. They're upset that I don't want to talk to anybody but Coach David Gillum. You got 2 hours, Coach. I don't want to make anybody mad, but you got 2 hours.
I'm getting a stink eye from my wife. But, just from that late fourth quarter to now, I've got like 150 text messages. I ain't who all those from.
Well, Coach, you got anything for Coach Gillum?
Nah, just congratulations on the big win. That's huge for your program.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's a big win.
Absolutely.
Looks like they're on a collision course to Greenville.
Collision course to Greenville.
Yeah, and that's another one. They're awesome too.
Yeah, Green Devils are good.
4A so thick right now, man. It's just obviously putting Alcoa in there is its own animal, and then but Greenville's awesome, and Upperman's really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Elizabeth,
and Macon got us last year. So, there's just, and then that's just here. You get to Pearl Cone out there. Yeah, in the middle, at the bottom. You got to do. And there's 5 or 6 4A teams that any of us could win or lose. And obviously, I think Alcoa is the tip of the spear, in that. But us in Greenville have killed each other for a decade now, going back and forth.
Yeah.
But they're right there, and it looks like they're playing better than ever. I know the Anderson kids came on late, and I know the quarterback's a stud, and I've never seen Greenville when they're not physical and just ginormous between the tackles. So, that's once you get in the playoffs, and it's just like we lost 2 starters tonight. I don't think we'll get back. These games of this magnitude, like we played Catholic, we lost JD, but we lost 6 starters that game too.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm telling you, some of these higher level games are so violent, and there's just a cost that comes with playing them and winning them, and sometimes you get in these playoffs. It's about who's healthy and who has the depth to make it through.
Well, Coach, I ain't going to hold you. I know you got a lot of celebrating to do. I hear the people in the background. Congratulations. Go Mavs. Hook 'em. All the things. Super proud of you, Coach. It's not over, though, so make sure you let them enjoy this, but don't treat it like a state championship because you still have that to win.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Have a good night, Coach. Congratulations.
Yes,
Coach David Gillum, my next phone call is probably going to be from Coach David Gillum, and then later on I'll call Coach David Gillum again. No, I won't, but super proud of the Anderson County Mavericks. Coach David Gillum, great man, and great staff out there, amazing fan base, always there. It was loud in there. The music's loud, the fans are loud, the band is loud. The band had me pumped up. I thought I was at a concert. The band was, going off so well.
Well, I got to ask you, what did it look like when they come out of the barn?
Oh, man.
Was it nasty for Halloween? I mean, I would have went just to watch that.
Oh, man. So when they was coming out the barn, I was actually standing near the stands, and I seen them, and I seen the big thing go up. So I got all the way to the sideline. Fire. Fireworks. Boom, boom.
Right.
Boom, boom. More fireworks. There is no display on earth that I've seen in East Tennessee better than Anderson County. And Gibbs has an amazing come out, but Anderson County, I think they are the creators. I think everybody believes that Anderson County has set the standard, and they're trying to find that. But it was phenomenal on Halloween.
I bet.
It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Guys, we're going to talk to a lot more coaches. We're going to talk to David Gillum again, and probably Coach David Gillum here later on. No, but this is brought to you by the Free Medical Clinic. Guys, we're going to take a small commercial break. Call in 865-483-8112. Hoping to get Coach Brent Hughes on the line as they took down Clinton today, 41-21. Clinton will not be going to the playoffs. They had their final practice yesterday, and it is the end for the Dragons. They say end on empty. That tank is definitely empty for them. So, guys, hang tight. We'll be right back.
High school sports is bigger than the players in the game. It's all about communities, screaming fans, the bands, cheer teams, and mascots. Oh, and the dogs. Just like high school sports, OEB Law is all about results. Hi, I'm Tim Elrod, and the OEB Law team is dedicated to giving you the game-winning results you deserve. OEB Law, just results, 546-1111.
Upgrade your home with stunning natural gas appliances from Oak Ridge Utility District. Enjoy 0% financing with approved credit and turn your dream kitchen into a reality. Call today for a free estimate, get free delivery on all purchases, and enjoy handsome incentives on our appliances. Free delivery, 0% financing, and impressive incentives makes now the perfect time to switch to affordable, safe, and reliable natural gas. Don't wait. Choose Oak Ridge Utility District, your affordable energy choice. Call now or visit our website to get started.
The Free Medical Clinic provides primary care at no cost to the working poor. Every day, thousands of families live in fear, afraid to get sick or injured because they have no insurance and low income. But FMC removes that fear. We help people get back to work, back to school, and back on their feet, keeping our families healthy and our economy moving forward.
Especially for our rural and minority neighbors.
With a full suite of services, top-tier medical professionals, FMC is redefining what healthcare looks like for the underserved.
For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Hi, I'm Rick Scarborough, State Representative. Friday nights are special in Anderson County. Football under the lights, warm weather, cool nights, and some intense rivalries. I want to congratulate the student athletes, the cheerleaders, the band, the teachers, the coaches. You've worked incredibly hard. Go out there, compete hard, and enjoy it. There's nothing like high school football.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Scoreboard, brought to you by the Free Medical Clinic. The Free Medical Clinic's mission is to provide medical and now mental health care for low-income and uninsured residents for living in Anderson, Morgan, and Roane County. Thank you so much, Free Medical Clinic, guys. As I promised, Clinton goes down, and they go down by Halls. It was a home game for Halls. Halls winds up winning that game. We have Coach Brent Hughes on the line. Let's talk to Coach Brent Hughes. Coach Brent Hughes, how you doing?
What's up, baby?
Man, tell me something slick so I can slide, Coach.
Hey, man, we slicking and sliding already.
That's right, baby. Congratulations on your W tonight, Coach. What does that put you in the playoffs?
We were already the 3 seed going into the game. That was locked in, so we're gonna have to go play a tough game, round 1 up in Bristol, Tennessee against Tennessee High, who in the past has been a really tough opponent. So it's gonna be fun. Apparently, I've been up there one time already, and they got a pretty cool setup called the Castle. So hopefully we're about to go up there in the Castle and do some good things.
Well, Coach, your team has favored well all season long, had some great games, tough losses, barely, a play or two here that you've lost. But you guys have done very well throughout the season. Throw out some of those names of those linemen and hold it down for you, starting on the offensive side.
Yeah, we got a sophomore named Noah Barton. He's the leader of our football team, especially up front. He's just he played every game last year as a freshman. He's carried over to sophomore, had a great year. Dan Britton, who's been a 2-year starter. And then, we got another kid who's another sophomore up front. Evan Ludit, who's got a really bright future as well. And another junior, and Hudson Limbaugh. They all played a lot of football. And so when you play a lot of young guys up front, there's going to be good things and bad things.
Yeah.
You get to grow with them, and that's what you hope is that at the right time it all clicks, and they're playing. They're still young, making some mistakes, but they're playing pretty good football right now. So I'm happy with that.
Absolutely, and let's transition over to the defensive side of the ball. Who's your horses up there on the line for you?
Well, defensive line, we're still really young. So we got a 2-year starter in Travis Bradfield. He's the veteran of the group. We're playing a sophomore, 2 sophomores, and the other one is Eli Rutherford. And he kind of came on about 4th game of the season and kind of took a defensive starter role. We're really led defensively by our linebacker core and our secondary. We got 2 really good outside linebackers that are just dudes, and Carson Pierce and Dom Culp, who's played a lot of football for me. Inside linebackers who are sophomore, juniors that have played a lot of football, that are playing at a high level. With Gavin Selk, who's just a grown man. And then in our secondary, we got obviously we have a really good player in Jarrell Chandler, who's highly recruited, several SEC offers, and
yes,
senior and Brody Rogers, who's started for me since he was a freshman, and two corners that are really playing at a high level, and Gabe Holmes, who started with me since he was a freshman, and then Eddie Soto, who's really came on here late. So, we have a standard on defense, and our kids are playing it right now, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah, they're definitely meeting the standard over there. Coach, how many seniors do you have on the team?
Oh, yeah, we got 13 total seniors. I would say 6 out of the 13 are starters. So, we're still playing a lot of young guys, man, and that's fine. That's good, right? Obviously, we got some of the seniors are at key positions, like our quarterback, Amari Lefko, who's very special. He's started for me since he was a freshman, and this senior class was my first full group when they my first year as a head coach. They were freshmen, and so they got a little special place in my heart. And I knew playing those kids early I was gonna reap the benefits. And I told them the night after the game, especially in a world where if it's not great, you should take your ball and go somewhere else. They changed the trajectory of our program to where now people not only respect Halls, but they fear Halls, and and we're winners, and that's what we want. And we're trying to go out there and compete against the best and play the best. I know you mentioned earlier the season didn't start off the way we want, but I can care less about my overall record. I care about what we're doing in November.
I love it.
And that's just my mentality. I want our kids to understand we back down from nobody, and we're gonna find out when that ball snaps what everybody's about.
Hey, I
sounds like the future's bright. I mean, that's a lot of young players.
There used to be a song called "Bowdy Bowdy," and that's
Batty.
I know that's right.
I said it, Batty.
Yeah.
Hey, and they won that versus, by the way. Oh, Coach, that's awesome, man. I got to visit over there at Halls. Great facilities, man. And they're doing great things,
Great community too.
Yeah, great community. Yeah, they had the Black Oak Ridge Trophy. So I was wanting to talk to one of you guys about the Black Oak Ridge Trophy. Tell me, I know you guys lost that game. It was a tough game. I was at that game. It was an awesome game. I hate that you lost it. It was an amazing game. But explain to the people at home exactly, because a lot of people this year, it was pushed out, Black Oak Ridge, and a lot of people have never heard of it before. Could you explain what that means to the fans out there?
Yeah, so, Halls and Central are probably approximately 5 minutes away from each other. Mm-hmm. And our communities are separated by a ridge. It's called Black Oak Ridge. And so for, I don't know how long, since the 70s, it's been the Battle of Black Oak Ridge. And, obviously it didn't end the way we wanted it to. And I take full ownership in that, just because I feel like I learned a lot about that game that I could have done better, put my kids in a better situation to go succeed, because I take nothing back from them, because they played their hearts out. And kudos to Central, because they played their hearts out too. And, man, it was just an awesome environment. And but the thing that I'll say is for the longest time, that trophy was really one-sided, and and that was favoring Central. I can recall, man, there was like a 13-year stint where Central had 13 straight wins over Halls. It was just kind of really lopsided. And so before this season, we had won 2 in a row, and we're looking for 3 in a row. But it just goes back to what I'm saying, man. It's like, at the end of the day, I felt like what is important to me is I always put my kids first, and I want people around here to, understand what we're trying to do here, and that Halls ain't just a stepping stone. That Halls is something special, and we have everything we need to be successful. Right now, you just got to go do it. You got talent is important. There ain't no doubt about that. You can't win if you don't have talent. Everybody knows that, and so I've tried my best to keep the talent here, and then when we have that talent, go make something good of it. But just giving this community something to be proud of, And that's what's important to me.
Well, Coach, I ain't gonna hold you long, and this is your last 15 seconds to sell your program. Somebody wants to transfer there now. It's an 8th grader. It's going to be a 9th grader that's not from Halls. Why should they come to Halls? It's a player that's moving, or it's a player that's going to hit that transfer portal. Tell me why they should come to Halls.
Because I'm always going to put them first. At the end of the day, there's a lot of coaches that are going to tell you, hey, come here, you're going to start. I ain't going to tell you that. If you care about ball, like I care about ball, because if you've seen me for 5 seconds on TV, or if you've had a conversation with me, like, I'm about as real as it gets, and ain't nobody gonna match my energy. So, if you want somebody real, and you want somebody that's gonna help you and take care of you and push you to be the best young man you can be, and let you be you, not try to put you in a bubble, but let you be you, then this is the place to be. So that's what we're trying to do.
Well, you got
sold it to me.
Yeah, there you go. So, well, Coach, again, congratulations on the victory. Be looking forward for you in the playoffs and what you're going to do. You have an exciting bunch out there, an amazing community, and you do amazing things for those guys. So, shout out to you, man.
Hey, I appreciate you guys, man.
Absolutely. Have a good night. Stay blessed, bud.
Man, stay blessed.
All right. I want to give a shout out to TSSAA. They are making things work, but I know they're confused tonight.
Right.
Because things are just floating all kinds of different ways. I think everybody was expecting Science Hill to beat Dobbins Bennett.
Right.
Dobbins Bennett beat Science Hill.
Yeah.
So how's that shake up the brackets? That's 5A.
5A.
Yeah, 5A. That's going to shake up the brackets a little bit. Oak Ridge. Nobody really know how it was going to be. Oak Ridge, and now
Dobbins Bennett still number 1 at 9-1 playing Farragut. They're 6A.
Yeah, that is right. That is 6A. Sorry about that.
There you go.
They are. But you know what? Farragut got in there. They had a rough season. And Coach figured out a way to get them in there. But we was talking about this before. A healthy Oak Ridge team goes to Maryville and they compete.
Yeah.
They're not healthy.
No.
They're missing their star wide receiver and star running back.
And if you remember last year at this time, I think they was getting healthy, but they're still, it's like they injuries prone them, whatever the word is for it.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
It's just, and what's bad about it is if you're a senior and you're out, you're out.
You're out. That's it.
It's like I was talking to Keith Adcock at the ball game. There's Lucas standing on the he just can't go. You know what I mean? And that's such a great kid. That's what you got to think too. They're great kids. They're great athletes. But now they're in high school. That's a senior year.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough to roll with, man. But a healthy Oak Ridge, I believe, goes and competes with Maryville.
Yeah.
Not saying they can beat them. Maryville showed them what football was, and it's a violent sport.
Here's pedigree.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. And they did very well there. So shout out to Maryville. They did really good. The Rebels held it down for their senior night, their final game of the regular season. And Oak Ridge takes their first loss, and that puts them both 9-1, but Maryville takes the region. Oak Ridge will host a game in Blankenship next week, as we've already talked about. But there's a lot of winning teams out there. I want to give a shout out to Concord Christian School. Concord Christian School, there are a building program. Coach Steve Matthews are building that program. They're traveling places like Florida, North Carolina, and Georgia just to get ball games. They don't have a home field quite yet, but they're working on it, and I'm super proud of what they're doing over there. Shout out to the Schulers over there. And just a great program. I know they got a victory tonight. Hopefully we can talk to Coach Steve Matthews, but right now we have Midway. Coach Treadway's on the line. Let's see what he's talking about. Hey, Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing well, brother. How are you?
You are doing well, and so is your team.
Well, we're very excited about the possibilities that we have now with playoffs, and we're healthy, and we've been healthy this second part of the season. We've been able to make a run, and so we're very excited to be where we're at.
Well, I got a Bobcat in here beside me. You got anything to say to this old Bobcat fan?
No aspersions to any other opponents. I'm sure that Bobcat knows that this region is so incredibly tough.
Yeah.
And there are so many good teams in it. Oliver Springs being one of those teams, and and they have such a great first half tonight that it looks like they were going to be able to compete right there, for a region championship. And I think that's what happens week in and week out with this region, is that every single week, you can't take it for granted because everybody is so very good.
Yeah, and this is Derek Jett beside me, by the way, and he told me this is the SEC of football in high school. You're
in that single A division, it is.
Yeah.
It really is, because you just don't know who's going to beat who.
And I would agree with you, is that, unfortunately for most of us, we end up kind of beating up each other throughout the season, and just like the SEC does. Mm-hmm. And, sometimes it hurts in the playoffs, and sometimes it helps you. I think that looking at the matchups that we currently have, if I'm not mistaken, Rockwood's going to go to Hampton. Rockwood is our number 4 from our region, who I think will be a problem for the number 1 team up there.
I do too.
Yeah.
Oliver Springs going to North Green, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And I think Oliver Springs is the far better team. And, us versus Cosby, I think we're in a great position. I think Cosby's very talented. But they are the number 3 seed from a division where I've just mentioned that I think our 3 and our 4, the way it played out, will probably both win. So, so I think our entire region, Cofield, Oliver Springs, Rockwood, Midway, are in position to move on to the very next round.
Absolutely. And Coach, when we started this show, first thing we was talking about is 11 weeks gone. How fast has this season moved for you guys?
I think it moves a lot faster for the fans and the media, because every week you've got a new story. I think for coaches it moves fast, but not quite as fast, because every week is such a, again, like Mr. Jett said, it's the SEC of Class A football.
Yeah.
So every week is so important, and I can still remember back preparing for Greenback, which was week 4 for us. And what an important week that was, because we needed to win that game to put us in a position to be able to compete for a playoff position. And so that seems like yesterday for me, but it also seems like 5 years ago. So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Well, Coach, a lot of people, a lot of the athletes that carry the ball, throwing the ball, catching the ball, intercepting the ball, those are the kids that normally get the write-ups. And you and I spoke about this before. Those kids up front don't really get the write-ups. They don't get the recognition that they deserve. Without those guys, there's no win. Throw out some of those names of those linemen for us.
Well, for me, some of those linemen are Brandon Brown, a kid we call Cheese. That's his nickname, but his name's Austin Sears, Logan Easter, Caden Wild. I got a freshman that plays a lot for us too, Cash Carroll. But I know every team has that, especially at the single A level, because at the single A level, most of us have. If you're competitive, you have a player that gets a lot of accolades. For us, that's Tate Mason. For Oliver Springs, that's Jackson Jett.
Yeah.
For Midway, for Cofield, Jaden Bunch. For Rockwood, their tailback number 1. I can't think of his name right now.
His name's Davidson.
For their quarterback, Aiden Amenet. But, man, it is the guys up front. It is those guys that a lot of people don't know their names, but they are creating opportunities for those elite players to do a great job. And I'm sure that all the teams that are going to the playoffs right now, when you think about that, and some of those names come to mind probably, my own son, Cage Edwards, who plays a tight end tackle hybrid for us. You know, he doesn't, you know, a lot of people don't get to see him a lot in the papers, but, man, we do a lot behind him. And I know every team has that.
Yeah.
I know Oliver Springs has been very, very, fortunate. I don't fortunate is the right word, but their offensive line has been so good for a number of years now. Even when I wasn't coaching, I was following it.
Mm-hmm.
And so their special teams guys or their special athletes got a lot of accolades. But, man, I know they were complimenting their linemen, I'm sure, to say, hey, man, you're making us happen. And there's just a bunch of that throughout this region.
Yeah, that's why it's very important. Just exactly what you said. They don't get their names in the paper. You know, there's no face to name for those guys, and they deserve it. And I definitely want to give them their flowers, and I appreciate you throwing out some of those names, including your son.
Yeah, and I'm very proud of it. You know, we had senior night last night, which is an emotional night for me and our family, and I'm sure. And recently, everybody probably had that.
Did you hold the tears back, or did they come?
Yeah, it's it's one of those things where it's like, man, how fast did this get here?
Yeah.
Where that little boy that you were putting his helmet on for the first time went around, make sure it fit right.
I love
now
it.
He's looking at you like a grown man, and it's something I talked to my seniors last night because I invite our parents into the locker room on the last night.
Nice.
And try to remind them, like, hey, you know, a lot of people think senior night is about the seniors, but it really isn't. It's about the parents.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's about the parents who have done so much and invested so much time and into the success of their child. And, you know, we get to talk about that as a football situation, but that's really just true for all of us in life, whether it's an athlete or a non-athlete. You know, as parents, that they take their first breath, they get a piece of our heart, and all we want to do is see them succeed. And as athletes, it's probably a little different because you know we get to watch a lot of it, and be part of it, and so it's just really special. And I'm sure Mr. Jett, with the son that's a senior, knows that as well. Like, man, this went by so fast.
Yeah. Just like you said, I can remember I was looking through pictures trying to find a good post for Facebook, you know, and I can remember, you know, him carrying him on my shoulders as we're coaching and him getting to play.
With tears in your eyes.
Yeah. I choked it back tonight, but I'll get home and it'll hit me. Yeah. You know, he ain't going back on DJ Britton Field.
I've been very blessed, you know, with my children. One of my daughters was an all-state player, and I remember her senior day, walking up to her, and I was her coach at the time. She was a softballer, and she was like, "Dad, don't touch me. don't make me cry." I was like, "Well, I've already cried," and it just goes by so fast. And we're all so fortunate as coaches, but mostly as parents, to get to watch our kids do things that we hoped they could do when they were little, and then all of a sudden they're doing it, and they're doing it in a way that we didn't expect. It's a special time. This time of year is special, not just because of the playoffs. The playoffs are important for programs.
Right.
Absolutely. And we're very thrilled for what it means as I've come out of retirement, my first year back, what it means to our program. But it's just such a special time for parents, you know, who've done so much for their children. And so it's very exciting. It's just a very exciting time of the year.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, congratulations on the victory. Congratulations on your way into the playoffs. We expect to hear from you next Friday around the same time. You do a great thing, and the community is behind you, and we definitely support you here.
Well, I appreciate that, and I think our region is going to do great things. Definitely in week one, and I think moving forward, our region, the people that are representing our regions, the Rockwoods, Oliver Springs, Midway, and Coalfield, are going to do great things in Tennessee football Class A. I really do.
Absolutely, and that's what we like to hear, baby. That's what we're here for. Let's go!
Absolutely.
It's a good region. It's a good, tough region.
It is. You got anything for Coach Treadway before we get him off here?
Best of luck and go take it to Cosby.
Absolutely.
Region
Yes,
2,
sir.
baby.
Thank you very much, and good luck to your all playoff run. Again, I think you have an excellent team, and I think great things are ahead for this region moving into the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Coach, again, we appreciate you, and thanks for shouting out those offensive linemen, defensive linemen that put it all on the line for the team.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Anytime.
Yes,
See you,
sir.
bud.
Coach Treadway over there at Midway doing great things, as you've already know. You guys met him at Oliver Springs at DJ Brenton Field. I think they wound up taking that victory over there from you guys.
Yeah, for a minute, it was boat racing us, and then there towards the end, we started. We scored 20 points during the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Just couldn't run
Just
out
a
of
little
gas.
bit too late, yeah.
Just a little gas.
Yeah. Man, it sucks for Oliver Springs. You guys have had a rough season this year. But shout out to the fans. Everybody still believes. Everybody's still there. Everybody still supports. It's still BFL for life. And so you got to give a shout out to that community. Guys, we got to take a small commercial break, but you hang tight. We got some coaches. David Gillum's coming back. David Gillum's not coming back on, but we do have some coaches that we do want to contact, and we do want to talk playoffs, and we do want to figure out who's going where. Guys, stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Bring the whole family together at the free medical clinic Holiday Ice Rink at Roane State Community College, Harriman campus, all of November. Glide on synthetic ice with family and friends, or go skating for the first time and create joyful memories for all ages. Leading up to the Roane State Christmas tree lighting on November 17th, where everyone skates for free.
See you on the ice. Bye.
For more information, go to fmcor.org, fmcor.org.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy Mae Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy Mae Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We built our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Cooler weather brings autumn-colored leaves and football time in Tennessee. Warm up with natural gas heat or enjoy the year-round comfort of natural gas water heaters, ranges, and clothes dryers. More affordable and reliable, natural gas keeps your home cozy while increasing its value. Whether you're a new home builder or a homeowner wanting an upgrade, consider all the benefits natural gas offers. Call us today or visit us online to learn more. Oak Ridge Utility District, your hometown natural gas provider.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Scoreboard, brought to you by the Free Medical Clinic. We talked about this over the past few weeks. Last year, the Free Medical Clinic provided over 15,000 patients appointments and diagnosis worth over $9 million of value in medical care for our communities. Thank you so much, Free Medical Clinic. The lines are blowing
They're
up.
going crazy
They're
now.
blowing up. Go to line 2. Going to line 2 first. Thank you for calling into the Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Coach DJ and Coach Derek Jett here on set. Who do we have on the line?
Coach Turner at Gibbs High School.
Let's go, Coach. What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. Doing good.
Yes, so you got that picture I sent to you the other day.
Yes, sir.
Man, that baby blue makes my house look so much better.
Good.
Congratulations on the victories, Coach. Tell me how you doing tonight.
We're doing good, man. Obviously, it's
a little bit of an upset there in the Anderson County game, but when you look at it, everybody's 0-0 right now going into round one, so that's all you can ask for this time of year.
So that pushed you back to third place, correct?
Yes. We go to Elizabethton.
Elizabethton, that's what we was talking about. Yeah. Elizabethton, and that's a good program, Elizabethton.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Good program out there. Going into the playoffs, making these trips, how do you game plan and prepare to make those trips?
Well, I was actually looking at our schedule and how we've played this year, and it seems like we've played better on the road, so maybe that's a good sign for us. I don't know, but, it's just like any other week. You go into this, and it's do or die, and to get to this point in the season to where you have that opportunity, that's all you can ask for. We're looking forward to the challenge, and, I don't know, I've been Gibbs for a long time. It's usually Greenville round one or something like that. So we're looking forward to going to play in Elizabethton. It's a cool program, cool history, and, obviously make a run there and try to get to round two, then round three, and see what happens.
Well, absolutely, Coach. I'm excited for you guys. You guys look beautiful. Are you going to wear the black helmets on the road?
We are. We're going to stay in the black helmets for now.
That's
you like them black helmets, don't you?
Oh, man, they're
nice.
I mean, the white ones look great.
Right.
It's like a matte black, but it's like a shiny dull. It's the weirdest, greatest look I've ever seen.
That's
so
good.
I absolutely love it. And I wish they was playing at home because their entrance, as I was telling you, their entrance is pretty phenomenal. It's pretty good. But, Coach, congratulations, man. Next week around this time, I hope to speak to you again. Keep those Gibbs Eagles rolling, man.
I appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Have a good night.
See you, bud.
All right. And I think here on line one, we have Coach Ossovic. I'm gonna get Coach Ossovic real quick, and then we're gonna come in and we're gonna talk to Coach from Oakland, Coach Vonce Henderson. Coach Ossovic, how you doing? Coach DJ Pendergrass here with Coach Derek Jett.
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Man, Coach, how are you doing, man? You got a good victory tonight. Coach, are your playoffs hopes still there?
No, we're out.
So last week, that took you out of the playoffs, correct?
Yeah, the Gibbs game, yep.
Yeah, that was a great game. I was there. I watched that game from beginning to the end. You guys played totally real physical, man. Both sides, it was a physical ball game. What do you do to prepare for next year?
I mean, we'll get back to work right after Thanksgiving, get back into the weight room, and turn the page. It's about keeping on. Hopefully we got some our younger guys, we had them the availability to give them some reps in Thursday night game versus Union County. So, disappointing year. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I thought this was the year that we were going to punch down the door. This is the third year now that we had playing games and we didn't get it done. So, I'm not one to borrow victories, and so we just got to turn the page and then get back to work after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, well, I'm rooting for you, Coach. I went to, as you know, I've traveled to a lot of facilities. You guys have the best stadium view that I've ever seen in America. So if you had 15 seconds to sell your program for that rising freshman or that kid hitting the transfer portal, what would that be?
I mean, if you want to get developed, you want to play in a college in a college system, you want to know what it's like at a quasi, minimalized, simplistic early introduction to the college, how we go about our business. I always tell our parents, especially get new transfers in, this isn't a 5-month program. This is a 365-day deal. We see it just like a college type deal. Meetings, off-season program, an academic structure, all the things you need if you're looking to be developed as a player, both on and off the football field. I coached college football for 30 years, so that's kind of how we run our program.
Yeah, absolutely. And that college experience is definitely going to help those move on to the next level. And you have connections at the next level that can help them bridge that gap between high school and college.
That's what I was going to say, the connections.
Absolutely, especially this day and age with the transfer portal and having connections, because, call it what it is, high school recruiting is taking a hit with this transfer portal. So you got to have people that are in your corner
Absolutely, Coach. Well, you sold me. Rough season this year, but again, I love your coaching style. I love the way you guys put things together. I love the way you practice, how you prepare. Came up short this year, but I look forward to you guys to continue to grow. And if there's anyone out there that's looking for a place to go that has great coaching and that is on the rise, Heritage is the place to go. So shout out to you guys, the Mountaineers. Beautiful facility and the most amazing view at a high school football game. Yeah, absolutely. You go well, Coach. Congratulations on the win. I know it was a rough season for you guys. I know you don't do more victories. So we're going to punch the line here for you to come back next year and make sure that we support you and get your name out there and do everything that we can to make sure that you get the recognition you truly deserve.
I appreciate you guys for having me on. Thanks so much. Love to come on anytime.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Coach.
See you, bro.
All right, my man. Be good.
All right. That's Coach Joe Osfeld over there at Heritage. Like you said, 30 years coaching college ball. He's a northern guy. I think he came from New York or New Jersey, and you can tell. You absolutely can tell. We got Coach Vonce Henderson from Oakland, Middle Tennessee, is actually called in. So let's see what Coach Vonce is saying. Hello, Coach Vonce, you there?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing well, Coach. How you doing? I'm here with Coach Derek Jett on set with me from Oliver Springs. We know about the victories out there in Oakland, man. What are y'all feeding those boys in Oakland?
Man, it's the way that we compete, to really be honest. You know, when you got guys that's going to SEC schools and you got other guys behind them, it kind of sets a precedent for the expectation, and it also creates a desire within the kids. You know, I tell everybody, Oakland is not a school of choice for everybody. You have to really be wired different, and you really, you know, you got to carry a passion within you, you know, to come there every day and compete, and also know that you probably never going to be the guy. One of the unique things on our team, however we have won from week to week, it ain't never been the same identity, you know, from week to week. And that's a blessing because we loaded with athletes, you know. So it's hard for a defense, but it's a lot to deal with, you know. And, I mean, I think we got a good thing going right now.
Yeah, loaded with athletes, Coach, that's an understatement, first of all. Second of all, I mean, you guys, I mean, you know how to win, but during your off season, you guys are working out, you're training, you're visiting college facilities, you're doing camps at college facilities. Learn somebody around the East Tennessee area, you know, what's it take to have that grit and grind to be a champion?
Well, like I said, once again, when you walk in our weight room, we have a banner that represents each college that we have had a player to receive a scholarship and be fortunate enough to go on and play at Oakland. And I think one of the significant things is time and time again we see kids that are granted an opportunity to join a team by way of scholarship, but they always often return back home. We have over 26 different colleges where we have had kids, you know, take on a roster spot and play 4 years and graduate. So that's one of the biggest misconceptions of athletes who come out of Oakland is not so much that they are good high school football players. It's the way that the program has been branded and the way that they have been guided through the duration of time there that kind of gives them an advantage point on understanding how to compete and the expectancy that comes with just having other athletes of your caliber. You know, so for the most part, man, it's all in a day's grind. You know, when you really look at why we are the way we are, that ship doesn't really stop sailing at any point. It may slow down for a moment, but it's always something that is generated or going on that's putting us in a position, you know, to do this year in and year out or season in and season out. So I think that's more of a testament to the kids and the community in which they come from, you know. It's about football. It's not a lot of extras and particulars that, you know, we don't do a lot of getting the kids up to play. Man, we practice hard, 4 days a week in season, 5 days a week out of season. And by the time those guys go through that grind, man, they're ready to go out there and prove themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. And it shows. And you guys still got that brand up there on that big scoreboard? You got Mike still up there, man?
Yeah, Michael Jordan still on the scoreboard, man. You know, that's a catchy thing. I know when it first became a thing that Michael Jordan was, you know, getting into the football aspect, that was a big thing that kind of went around the Murfreesboro area. Oh man, you know, Oakland is a Jordan school, and it's not so much that we're a Jordan school, but you know, it serves its purpose on Friday night. It's one of our distinctive pieces that comes with playing at our stadium that grabs a lot of people's attention, especially if you ain't been there in abundance over the last couple of years. So, yeah, I think it's a unique thing to have, but, you know, it's one of those quiet things that can easily be overlooked by us. I don't really think our kids get geared on it, you know, like they probably did when it first was put up some years ago.
Right. Well, how's my boy doing, man? How's your son playing, and what's his future looking like?
Man, he's doing well. You know, to be honest, at the top of the year, we had a big-time kid transferring into our school, Joel Wyatt, that also plays receiver and defensive back as he does. You know, so for the most part, we had him, and then we have a sophomore that really has emerged as a receiver. And, I mean, we're very dynamic. We're right now on paper 2 SEC caliber receivers within him and the Wyatt kid, but this sophomore, he's special as well. I mean, last night, opening kickoff, he take one back 94 yards, you know, and it's his third kickoff return of the year. So, you know, that kind of lets you know what it is that we have. It's more or less pick your poison. You know, but as far as what he has going on, man, it's just more so he's just working to fine-tune his craft. I think the best thing that Oakland has done for him is made him commit to the process of not being a specialist by position, but more or less he's been forced to become a football player. You know, if you got to start at corner or safety, you go in there and play corner. You don't play corner saying I'm a receiver playing corner, or you don't play receiver saying I'm a corner. You know, you be a football player. So I think that's one of the good things. Oakland seems like we find 11 guys that play backyard football, and wherever you plug them in, that they just figure out a way to get the job done. And like I said, that kind of come with the expectation of how we grind throughout the year.
Yeah, and it shows, Coach. Absolutely shows that. So super shout out to you guys. Undefeated this season.
What I was looking at over
here. Yeah, undefeated this season. Playoff runs. I know you keep up a little bit with what's going on here in East Tennessee as an Oak Ridge native. Oak Ridge.
You know I'm watching it close, man.
Oak Ridge moving up to 6A, where you guys currently are. Took a big loss to Maryville last night. Maryville showed Oak Ridge how violent the game is, and they played it as such. What do you see the playoffs going?
Well, man, you know, I think we open up with a Cookville team and not looking past anybody, staying humble despite, you know, all the expectations. I would selfishly say I'm looking forward to a third round possibility with Oak Ridge. I don't know I think we would meet up with the winner of Bradley Central and Jefferson County the second round, and then, like I said, that third round game, I know it has an equation for Oak Ridge to be in it. You know, and then that fourth round game, with the way that the Oak Ridge Maryville game went last night, Maryville, you know, they made a vow to be in position to play in that semifinal game, which I think everyone, if you're a high school football fan, I always tell people that semifinal game is probably more of the historic ball games when you look over the history of high school football in Tennessee. So, you know, not looking by anybody, we got to take it one game at a time, one practice at a time, you know, and just make sure we continue to fine-tune ourselves. And, you know, I think we're just now getting to a point of where we're peaking. You know, we got a freshman quarterback that starts for us. We got a rotation with a junior that transferred in that is a dynamic kid and actually won the ball game. Well, broke the ball game open for us last night. And then, like I said, we got a trio of receivers. We got about 8 backs, you know, that we rotate in there. So we have
good problem to have, huh?
A good combination. Huh?
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have, you know, but earlier on in the season, it was kind of tough trying to, you know, everybody, it was just like college. Everybody came into the season with some notoriety as to who they were and why they were the guy that they were, but at this point right now, I will say the dangerous part is we haven't peaked yet. We're just now getting to the point where the kids are accepting, hey, this guy may do this better than what I do this, and I'm willing for the betterment of the team to let him step in on the plays that are his plays, and, as long as I can get the plays that are my plays. So now it's kind of putting us in a position where we're not so much figuring it out as coaches. The kids have figured it out, and they're taking a notion to kind of say, hey, coach, this is play, and they hold each other accountable to it. So I will say the good thing, anytime you got a kid that was up for Mr. Football that's electing for another kid to tote the mail, you got a good situation.
Wow.
So
that's great, Coach.
like I said, we've been fortunate. We just want to make sure we stay healthy and don't overlook anybody. But I have been very intrigued with this new playoff format that kind of looks remotely similar to what the playoffs were back in the 90s, where you really could see some traveling and see a different brand of ball. So I am looking forward to an opportunity to get more East Tennessee teams as opposed to playing the same redundant schedule, that we have seen for the last, 15 years in high school football.
Yeah. Well, absolutely, Coach. Hey, I appreciate Tef Valen. I love him. I appreciate you calling in, giving the folks some knowledge and insight on what's going on out there. You guys are, the defending champions from last year. We expect to see great things from you throughout the playoffs.
I got you. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Coach Vonce Henderson, you too. Coach Vonce Henderson, former coach at Oak Ridge High School. He was under Coach Ring and has separated. He went back to Oakland. He's coaching. His boy Valen is out there playing ball, and I love Valen. He's a hard worker. I remember when he was in 8th grade, he was like, I'm going to college. I'm going to do everything I can to go to college. So he's in the gym 6:30 in the morning, 5:30, 6:30 in the morning, lifting weights. He said, I got to gain 15 pounds before my freshman year. He's eating the right things, like he was on his own nutrition program, doing all the workouts. I mean, that kid was really putting in the work, and to see him transition over to Oakland, where obviously they have some amazing talent out there and can hold it down and don't mind giving up a position because he knows another dog is coming in.
You got 8-man rotation in the backfield. He got a good problem.
And all of them can take it the distance.
Right. Hey, there we go. He used to be at the NLP, right?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, that is correct. He was at the Next Level Performance. He was a trainer there. I think he was the manager there as well.
Jackson said that's the toughest training he's ever had.
Yeah. Obviously coming from Middle Tennessee, he also played college ball as well. So he knows the standard.
Right.
And that's what he expects. And his son being his understudy, going up under and seeing what he's done over the years, just kind of helped him be where he is now as well. So shout out to Oakland, the former the champions from last year. They're undefeated this year, looking to make a huge playoff run. Yeah. And if the implications work out, we're there in the 3rd round, and Oak Ridge is in the 3rd round. They may meet up with each other in the 3rd round. So playoffs are different. TSSAA set it up different, and I'm excited about the changes. I don't understand them all right now, but I'm excited about it, and I know they're trying to figure out who's going where right now in their offices.
They got a tough job.
They do. I mean, they have to police everything that goes on. They have to take all the calls that this kid don't live there. You need to check in on that and approve those and all that thing. So shout out to TSSAA for what you guys do. Rockwood will play Hampton at Cloudland. Just got a message in. Rockwood will play Hampton at Cloudland. I may be able to get Coach on here before the night ends. We're about at the end of the night here. I want to take a small commercial break. If you guys want to call in, 865-483-8112. That's 865-483-8112. If you want to call in, make sure to do so. And we're going to take a small commercial break, but we'll be right back. And if no one calls in, we will talk a little college football as we prepare for the weekend. Be right back.
Everywhere you look, you can find unexpected things that make you smile. Little reminders to care for your heart. At Covenant Health, we bring more heart to more places. That means more locations, advanced treatments, and expert physicians. Because we know your heart beats for more than just you. It beats for the people, moments, and dreams that matter most. More heart in more places for you. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Hey, East Tennessee, ready to save big? It's all at Hammer's Dry Goods. For over 70 years, we've been your hometown store for famous brand men's and ladies' clothing at rock-bottom prices. Need rugged workwear? Sharp casual looks? Ladies' game day gear? We've got it all, and it's priced to move. And when you shop Hammer's, you keep your money local, supporting our schools, our students, and our community. Hammer's Dry Goods. Tradition, value, hometown pride, and savings you can feel. Get to Hammer's today.
Josh Anderson is a Republican who has fought for families across Anderson County throughout his adult life. Josh is a farmer, a husband, and a father. For 4 generations, his family has lived in Anderson County. A graduate of the University of Tennessee, Josh has served on the Anderson County Commission for 7 years and served as chairman for 3 years. Josh is a businessman who will put his experience to work for all of us. A supporter of term limits, Josh believes 2 terms as mayor is enough. Josh Anderson believes leadership starts with listening.
High school sports is bigger than the players in the game. It's all about communities, screaming fans, the bands, cheer teams, and mascots. Oh, and the dogs. Just like high school sports, OEB Law is all about results. Hi, I'm Tim Elrod, and the OEB Law team is dedicated to giving you the game-winning results you deserve. OEB Law, just results. 546-1111.
Upgrade your home with stunning natural gas appliances. Upgrade your home with stunning natural gas appliances from Oak Ridge Utility District. Enjoy 0% financing with approved credit and turn your dream kitchen into a reality. Call today for a free estimate, get free delivery on all purchases, and enjoy handsome incentives on our appliances. Free delivery, 0% financing, and impressive incentives makes now the perfect time to switch to affordable, safe, and reliable natural gas. Don't wait. Choose Oak Ridge Utility District, your affordable energy choice. Call now or visit our website to get started.
The free medical clinic provides primary care at no cost to the working poor. Every day, thousands of families live in fear, afraid to get sick or injured because they have no insurance and low income. But FMC removes that fear. We help people get back to work, back to school, and back on their feet, keeping our families healthy and our economy moving forward.
Especially for our rural and minority neighbors.
With a full suite of services, top-tier medical professionals, FMC is redefining what healthcare looks like for the underserved.
For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Hi, I'm Rick Scarborough, State Representative. Friday nights are special in Anderson County. Football under the lights, warm weather, cool nights, and some intense rivalries. I want to congratulate the student athletes, the cheerleaders, the band, the teachers, the coaches. You've worked incredibly hard. Go out there, compete hard, and enjoy it. There's nothing like high school football.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Bring the whole family together at the free medical clinic holiday ice rink at Roan State Community College Harriman campus all of November. Glide on synthetic ice with family and friends or go skating for the first time and create joyful memories for all ages. Leading up to the Roan State Christmas tree lighting on November 17th, where everyone skates for free.
See you on the ice. Bye.
For more information, go to fmcor.org, fmcor.org.
Welcome back to the Friday Night Scoreboard. I want you guys to do this. Go to fmcor.org and to get more information. If you need care, you need to go there and get started. That's how you get started. fmcor.org. They also have volunteer opportunities and ways that you can work from home. Okay, so fmcr.org. This Friday Night Scoreboard is brought to you by the Free Medical Clinic, and we've talked about many times the Free Medical Clinic lost their mental health division, taking steps to address the opioid and substance abuse disorders and depression in our communities. And it's a big shout out to Roane and Anderson counties commissioners for helping with the funding and care to get that started.
Yeah, I like the mental health part and the opioids.
It's very.
I mean, I like it all, but that's
it.
I'm glad to add that.
Yeah, fmcr.org. Make sure you reach out to them. Looks like we have the lines ringing again. We're about to close out, but I'll take this call. Line 1 or 2, CJ? Line 1. Thanks for calling the Friday Night Scoreboard. Who we have on the line?
This is Coach Napier, Coalfield.
Somebody said earlier, it was Coach Brent Hughes from Halls, said that they're about it. You're familiar with about it, right?
Yeah.
Master P, you guys are about it. Coach Napier, tell me how many belts you took to DJ Britton Field today.
I thought second half our kids played well. I thought from the second half we kind of controlled the line of scrimmage both ways. I was proud of our kids, the way they played. First half, I thought we played okay, didn't play up to the standard we have. And that's a credit to the team down the road. Their kids came out ready to go, played hard. We got our line with six. We were playing with a little bit too high pad level on both the offensive and defensive lines. And second half, couldn't be more proud of that for our kids played with.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys did great. It looked real good. On the way to the playoffs, you'll host a playoff game there in Coalfield next week. Do you know who you're going to play?
Yeah, we got Cloudland coming in. What I know about Cloudland, I've not saw anything on them this year, but I know Cloudland typically is a big physical football team that's going to want to run the football and control the clock. It's something we saw a lot the last 5-6 weeks. So limited possessions, you got to maximize your opportunities when you got the football. Hopefully get the film traded tonight at some point. I'll probably go ahead and watch some of it tonight, then wake up tomorrow and start breaking them down and getting ready for the season that really matters.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach, because it's 0-0 now for everybody moving into the playoffs. Obviously, you guys have had a strong run this year. We believe and know that you guys will have a strong run throughout the playoffs. Wishing you guys the best of luck. Obviously, we're supporting you at all times, like you know, and congratulations on the victory that from the team down the road there, knocking those boys off to secure and make sure that you guys are moving on to the playoffs with that home game victory. So, yeah. So shout out to you guys, Coach. I would like to talk a little bit longer, but we're a little bit over our time here. We do expect to hear from you a little bit earlier this time next week.
That sounds good. Appreciate you having me on. Thank you, guys.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach. Continue to roll.
See you, Coach.
All right. Coach Benson Napier over there taking care of business. And Coalfield, as always, they just train different. They work different. They're wired different. They take care of business. It's unfortunate for my best friend, but it's just the truth. And it's no knock on Oliver Springs at all. First of all, you know I love you. I all love you, the whole community and the teams and the coaches. But Coalfield's just wired different. 2 years ago, I expected Oliver Springs to beat them. Last year, I expected Oliver Springs to beat them. But they really opened my eyes, and their program is they just do it right, and they're different, and their coaches call the right plays, players execute the right way, and there's no knock on Oliver Springs. It's just what I've learned over the past couple of years with Coalfield. So looks like we have a call on line 2. Thanks for calling in Friday Night Scoreboard. Who do we have on the line, caller?
This is Claudia Patterson.
Hello, Miss Patterson.
I just wanted to ask Coach Jett over there how Jackson is. How did he get hurt, and what's the forecast?
Well, now that the secret's out, he's been battling a growing for about the last 2 weeks, and he's always had the bad ankles, but we got that under control. But he started showing a little bit last week, and if you notice, when he was running off the field a couple times, he was limping, not being his normal self. But tonight trying to juke and jive and get out of the little circle there, and he said he felt something there.
Well, I could see him tonight, limping a little bit, and when he was going back and forth out on the field, not up to his regular speed. And I just wonder, we've got to have that boy for basketball too now.
I know that's right. Them people down at Premier down in at NLP in Auburn Springs, Griff's doing a good job with him, keeping him, able to go. So he's gonna be down there all week. Hopefully we have him ready for Friday.
Well, I saw where we're going to have to go to North Green.
Yeah, it's a good trip.
yeah, been there a few times, but you just tell him to take care of himself. We want to see him play every night now for the rest of his senior year, and we're really, really proud of him. He's a good kid, and as far as I'm concerned, he's the best around. He's my Mr. Football anyway.
I heard that. I appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll tell him.
Okay. Thank you.
See you, Miss Patterson.
Thank you for calling in, Miss Patterson. Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much. So what do you do as a coach? Do you got the best player on the team that is a little banged up? You're moving on into the playoffs. Do you make him practice?
What he can. I mean,
He's not practicing. I see you at the game Friday. Show up at the practices, but you won't do much at all. That's what I would do. He's proven himself. He's a great athlete. He knows the system. He's one that you can count on. There's no reason at this point for him to practice, because what are you practicing for? Right. You're already where you're supposed to be. Your team's already supposed to be jailed. And if you want a healthy back, you let him not do anything. There's no running, no stretching. If you stretch that the wrong way, he's going to be hurt even longer, right? So there's no way that I got my best player out there during practice. That's just me. I'm different from most coaches, obviously, as we know. But there's no way I got Jackson Jett practicing this week preparing for the playoffs. No way.
Right.
No way. So, Jackson Jett, I love you, buddy. Don't tell Coach Biggs I said that. Coach Biggs, you better not put that man on. I'm just kidding. I love you guys out there. Guys, we love you. We appreciate everything you do. Coach Jett, what do you want to say to finish this night off?
I just say favorite time of the year is the football playoffs. We're going to see some upsets. Obviously, we've seen one tonight. I'm really waiting on that rematch. Might have to drive to that one. It ain't that far, now. Man, I'm going to go home and rewatch it, though. I know that. Yeah. I believe I'll watch some of that tonight and finish it up in the morning.
Yeah.
Unless it's just that good, then I'll have to watch it all.
Right. Hey, shout out to the Anderson County Mavericks knocking down Alcoa. Shout out to the Melville Rebels knocking down Oak Ridge. Those are one of the biggest games that we knew that was coming up. We expected more out of Oliver Springs competing against Cofield, but shout out to Cofield and the Yellow Jackets for knocking off Oliver Springs once again for the region title. So, guys, you always are great. Coach Derek Jett, Coach DJ Pendergrass, you guys are the real champions out there. Thank you for all your support. Go ahead and make someone aware. Please share this podcast. Let everybody know what happened today. And if you see Coach Gillum and those Mavericks out there, I don't care if you like them or not, give them a go Mavs, hook them, all right? Guys, it's been great. Until next week, we're getting ready for the playoffs. We'll see you Friday.
Everywhere you look, you can find unexpected things that make you smile. Little reminders to care for your heart. At Covenant Health, we bring more heart to more places. That means more locations, advanced treatments, and expert physicians. Because we know your heart beats for more than just you. It beats for the people, moments, and dreams that matter most. More heart in more places for you. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Hey, East Tennessee, ready to save big? It's all at Hammer's Dry Goods. For over 70 years, we've been your hometown store for famous brand men's and ladies' clothing at rock-bottom prices. Need rugged workwear? Sharp casual looks? Ladies' game day gear? We've got it all, and it's priced to move. And when you shop Hammer's, you keep your money local, supporting our schools, our students, and our community. Hammer's Dry Goods. Tradition, value, hometown pride, and savings you can feel. Get to Hammer's today.
Josh Anderson is a Republican who has fought for families across Anderson County throughout his adult life. Josh is a farmer, a husband, and a father. For 4 generations, his family has lived in Anderson County. A graduate of the University of Tennessee, Josh has served on the Anderson County Commission for 7 years and served as chairman for 3 years. Josh is a businessman who will put his experience to work for all of us. A supporter of term limits, Josh believes 2 terms as mayor is enough. Josh Anderson believes leadership starts with listening.
High school sports is bigger than the players in the game. It's all about communities, screaming fans, the bands, cheer teams, and mascots. Oh, and the dogs. Just like high school sports, OEB Law is all about results. Hi, I'm Tim Elrod, and the OEB Law team is dedicated to giving you the game-winning results you deserve. OEB Law, just results, 546-1111.
Upgrade your home with stunning natural gas appliances from Oak Ridge Utility District. Enjoy 0% financing with approved credit and turn your dream kitchen into a reality. Call today for a free estimate, get free delivery on all purchases, and enjoy handsome incentives on our appliances. Free delivery, 0% financing, and impressive incentives makes now the perfect time to switch to affordable, safe, and reliable natural gas. Don't wait. Choose Oak Ridge Utility District, your affordable energy choice. Call now or visit our website to get started.
The Free Medical Clinic provides primary care at no cost to the working poor. Every day, thousands of families live in fear, afraid to get sick or injured because they have no insurance and low income. But FMC removes that fear. We help people get back to work, back to school, and back on their feet, keeping our families healthy and our economy moving forward.
Especially for our rural and minority neighbors.
With a full suite of services, top-tier medical professionals, FMC is redefining what healthcare looks like for the underserved.
For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Hi, I'm Rick Scarborough, State Representative. Friday nights are special in Anderson County. Football under the lights, warm weather, cool nights, and some intense rivalries. I want to congratulate the student athletes, the cheerleaders, the band, the teachers, the coaches. You've worked incredibly hard. Go out there, compete hard, and enjoy it. There's nothing like high school football.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
Bring the whole family together at the Free Medical Clinic Holiday Ice Rink at Roane State Community College, Harriman Campus, all of November. Glide on synthetic ice with family and friends or go skating for the first time and create joyful memories for all ages. Leading up to the Roane State Christmas tree lighting on November 17th, where everyone skates for free.
See you on the ice. Bye.
For more information, go to fmcor.org, fmcor.org.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
Evans Mortuary has been serving the needs of families in and around Roane County since 1976. As established members of our hometown community, we understand the security of dealing with people you know you can trust. We build our reputation on this trust. The Evans family appreciates the confidence the community has expressed in us over the years and will constantly strive to earn that favor. Evans Mortuary, 805 North Gateway.
Cooler weather brings autumn-colored leaves and football time in Tennessee. Warm up with natural gas heat or enjoy the year-round comfort of natural gas water heaters, ranges, and clothes dryers. More affordable and reliable, natural gas keeps your home cozy while increasing its value. Whether you're a new home builder or a homeowner wanting an upgrade, consider all the benefits natural gas offers. Call us today or visit us online to learn more. Oak Ridge Utility District, your hometown natural gas provider.
Everywhere you look, you can find unexpected things that make you smile. Little reminders to care for your heart. At Covenant Health, we bring more heart to more places. That means more locations, advanced treatments, and expert physicians. Because we know your heart beats for more than just you. It beats for the people, moments, and dreams that matter most. More heart in more places for you. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Hey, East Tennessee, ready to save big? It's all at Hammer's Dry Goods. For over 70 years, we've been your hometown store for famous brand men's and ladies' clothing at rock-bottom prices. Need rugged workwear? Sharp.
Don't think I have anything else.
Everywhere you look, you can find unexpected things that make you smile. Little reminders to care for your heart. At Covenant Health, we bring more heart to more places. That means more locations, advanced treatments, and expert physicians. Because we know your heart beats for more than just you. It beats for the people, moments, and dreams that matter most. More heart in more places for you. Covenant Health. Let our strength be yours.
Hey, East Tennessee, ready to save big? It's all at Hammer's Dry Goods. For over 70 years, we've been your hometown store for famous brand men's and ladies' clothing at rock-bottom prices. Need rugged workwear? Sharp casual looks? Ladies' game day gear? We've got it all, and it's priced to move. And when you shop Hammers, you keep your money local, supporting our schools, our students, and our community. Hammers Dry Goods. Tradition, value, hometown pride, and savings you can feel. Get to Hammers today.
High school sports is bigger than the players in the game. It's all about communities, screaming fans, the bands, cheer teams, and mascots. Oh, and the dogs. Just like high school sports, OEB Law is all about results. Hi, I'm Tim Elrod, and the OEB Law team is dedicated to giving you the game-winning results you deserve. OEB Law, just results. 546-1111.
Upgrade your home with stunning natural gas appliances from Oak Ridge Utility District. Enjoy 0% financing with approved credit and turn your dream kitchen into a reality. Call today for a free estimate, get free delivery on all purchases, and enjoy handsome incentives on our appliances. Free delivery, 0% financing, and impressive incentives makes now the perfect time to switch to affordable, safe, and reliable natural gas. Don't wait. Choose Oak Ridge Utility District, your affordable energy choice. Call now or visit our website to get started.
Bring the whole family together at the free medical clinic holiday ice rink at Roane State Community College, Harriman campus, all of November. Glide on synthetic ice with family and friends or go skating for the first time and create joyful memories for all ages. Leading up to the Roane State Christmas tree lighting on November 17th, where everyone skates for free.
See you on the ice. Bye.
For more information, go to fmcor.org, fmcor.org.
I wanted to continue my education after high school, but my family and I didn't think we could afford it. Then I found out that Roane State has the options to make college possible. Now I'm pursuing my dreams and will make my family and community proud.
Last night, we know the Eagles are watching. We know the Eagles are pulling for Alcoa to get the win because then Gibbs will be at home next week.
Yeah, and that would be huge for that Gibbs team coming in, getting a home playoff game. In this playoff format,
that would be huge.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Hey, I hope on senior night you got to see Rivalry Thursday last night. And, boy, it was a rock fight, an absolute rock fight between Powell and West. Austin Price and Eric Kane have the recap.
Thanks, Mark. Here on Rivalry Thursday, it was Powell getting the win over West 15-3, but West really outplayed Powell for most of the night on both sides of the ball. But I tell you what, championship teams, region championship teams like Powell, find a way to win. We go early to the action. Huge hit by West. This was the West defense that kind of kept bringing it. Powell's defense was right there as well.
Yeah, they were. Tried the double pass there, or tried to pass there, intercepted by Powell. Doesn't come back to hurt them because the defense stands up yet again with a big stop.
This is a West team that gets the field goal block. Shamir Mobley goes 73 yards. He blocks it, he scoops it, he scores it, and it's 7-0 Panthers.
I mean, that was a play of the game for so long until West finally gets on the board here with this Addison Klein field goal. It's 7-3, but again, the difference was that blocked field goal.
Late in the fourth, pitch and catch there for Deuce Rogers, finding his man Zion Jackson. Jackson starting to get some college interest, some college looks. Yeah. What a huge night for him again. Powell goes on to win it 15-3. They're the region champs. West will be the 4 seed. They'll go to Sevier County. That's a game we'll have on Playoff Friday next week. For Eric Kane, Mark, back to you.
Yeah, and what a way for Powell to finish off the regular season 15-6. Hey, Rivalry Friday, Rivalry Thursday, Rivalry Playoffs, brought to you by the exclusive auto partner of the Rivalry brand, that being Ted Russell Ford, 2 locations in Knoxville, and Ted Russell Lincoln as well. So I think this, Aaron, half the games were last night, half the games tonight. So all the teams that played last night did what they needed to do or didn't. Now they're watching tonight.
Yeah, I think it's interesting how they do that. So as soon as I got the scores from last night, I started writing down, let's look at the playoff possibilities. Let's fill in what we can. So there are some teams that have already figured out where they're going to be or what they're going to be. And this isn't one of the regions just yet until this game concludes. But we know Carter's going to be a 4 seed. We know that for certain. So
well, and we know where we'll be next week on Friday night, 1 week from tonight on OEB Law Rivalry Friday, which is presented by Food City. And that will be West at Sevier County. That's the game we'll have next Friday night. As we kind of looked around at all the games, we got 2 local teams for that one, so that was the obvious choice for our game coming up next week. Hey, let's head back to the WBIR studios on a gorgeous night here tonight. And by the way, there's West and Sevier County. That our game next week. 6:30 is when the Hearthside Bank pregame show begins. WKNX, the Knox on the TV side, WBIR Plus on the digital side, as well as the Rivalry Thursday YouTube channel. With that said, let's head back to WBIR for the Blitz Players of the Week.
It's time for some Player of the Week accolades, Week 10, and we've got another pair of offensive and defensive Players of the Week. And this first player, well, he's kind of used to this kind of recognition. Sevier County QB Cooper Newman. He had quite the game to remember against Huntington, West Virginia last week, throwing for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. Also in that game, the junior QB became the all-time leading passer in Smoky Bear history. Cooper said the record isn't only a testament to his hard work, but his receivers as well.
It's truly special. I think just really all the hard work you put in all the years I've been here and throw it to these guys I've been throwing it to my whole life, and just to see them make the plays. And Parker Newman, I've been playing with him since I've been 3. Him having the catch that broke the record is really special.
On defense, it's Tanaj Taylor in the 40-39 win over William Blunt. The Central linebacker finished with 9 tackles, a forced fumble, and a pass breakup as well. Taylor plays both sides of the ball, but says defense is his favorite. Here's why.
I've been playing as a kid, just filling gaps. I love being aggressive. I love, fitting gaps, taking on blocks, in the backfield. Best part. But aggressive. I'm very aggressive, very aggressive. But people say about my game, it's me out and to feel like I'm a good receiver, get a lot of balls in the flats. I'm really underrated there.
Central wraps up the regular season against Carnes, while Sevier County looks for a win over Mo West. Both games are set for Friday. I'll send things back to you.
Emily Ray, thank you, and all the scores and highlights coming your way tonight on the 10 Sports Blitz. After the games tonight, So interesting. We talked about the schedule for the week, about half the games on Thursday, half on Friday, and they were asking kind of when did this start. You know, a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago is when it started, and all the teams that play on Halloween wish they could not play on Halloween. Don't have to worry about that next year. It'll be on Saturday.
Yeah, and that's I think that's what a lot of people assume is like,
yes.
Well, a lot of people move their game to Thursday for Halloween. It's like, no, that's actually not what happened. It just happens like that anyway.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. All right, let's take a break. They are honoring Ella, the Chocolate Lab retriever down on the field. She is 11. Tonight is senior night. Does not mean this is her last game, because should the Mavericks have a home playoff game, should they win tonight or lose, they could be at home in the third round of the playoffs. She'd have another game or so. But senior night for Ella. Let's take a break as the Hearthside Bank pregame show continues. We inch our way towards Alcoa and Anderson County on OEB Law Rivalry Friday.
High school sports is bigger than the players in the game. It's all about communities, screaming fans, the bands, cheer teams, and mascots. Oh, and the dogs. Just like high school sports, OEB Law is all about results. Hi, I'm Tim Elrod, and the OEB Law team is dedicated to giving you the game-winning results you deserve. OEB Law, just results. 546-1111.
Hey, East Tennessee, ready to save big? It's all at Hammer's Dry Goods. For over 70 years, we've been your hometown store for famous brand men's and ladies' clothing at rock-bottom prices. Need rugged workwear? Sharp casual looks? Ladies' game day gear? We've got it all, and it's priced to move. And when you shop Hammer's, you keep your money local, supporting our schools, our students, and our community. Hammer's Dry Goods. Tradition, value, hometown pride, and savings you can feel. Get to Hammer's today.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker, Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
The Free Medical Clinic offers primary care at no cost to the working poor. Every day, thousands of families live in fear, afraid to get sick or injured because they have no insurance and low income. But FMC removes that fear. We help people get back to work, back to school, and back on their feet, keeping our families healthy and our economy moving forward, especially for our rural and minority neighbors. With a full suite of services, top-tier medical professionals, FMC is redefining what healthcare looks like for the underserved. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
And what a spectacular night for football. Halloween night, last week of the regular season, final night of the regular season, then the playoffs start next week. I sound like a broken record, Aaron Harvey, our 17th year of doing the rivalry brand, and every year when we get to this point, I'm like, did we just start?
Yeah, that's how it feels every year you do this.
Yes.
Yeah. I've been in broadcasting high school sports in some capacity since, I guess, like 2009. And so it's like that for me, too. It's just like, man, it just goes so fast.
We started sweating to the oldies, and now we're trying to figure out how to put long sleeves under the short sleeve.
That's right.
Or wear something like this. Just kind of is what it is. All right, let's start zeroing in on this game. Sophie Starkey, the third member of our team, had the opportunity to visit with Alcoa head coach Brian Nix.
Coach, your team is undefeated, hunting for that number 1 seed in the playoffs. What are you hoping to get out of your guys tonight?
I think to just play at a high level, have fun, relax. You know, this is a game where it's been circled on the calendars for a while, so you want to make sure you dial back your emotions a little bit. You don't have to worry about getting them up for this game. I think it's just understanding this is a good football team. They're going to make some plays. They're going to have some success. You know, don't let the highs be too high. Don't let the lows be too lows, and just make one more play than they made.
And your defense has posted 4 shutouts so far this season. Can you describe what makes them so dangerous?
I think we just play really hard. Our kids, they run to the ball, they pursue, they're physical. You know, they buy into the things we teach. We work block defeat, we work pursuit, we work tackling. And so I think all those things make you a good defense, but it's a coachable bunch of kids that play really hard.
And you mentioned Anderson County earlier. They're also hunting for that number 1 seed. What threats do they propose for your team?
I think you just got a quarterback that gets the ball out fast. He can find anyone all over the field, and a running back that's a threat to take it 80 anytime he touches it. And I think pursuit is going to be critical tonight because we're going to miss some tackles on him. So when the first and second guy miss, the third and fourth guy better be pretty close behind, or it'll be a long night.
Thanks, Coach.
Great, thank you.
All right, guys, thanks. And senior night festivities continue here at Anderson County. By the way, what a great night of football. We talk about just the beautiful horizon. There's nothing like Halloween night at Anderson County, and the fireworks about to go off, by the way.
Yeah, I got to see Marty and McGee featured the intro for Anderson County on their show. That's on ESPN. That's really interesting.
Well, we're going to have to show the fireworks, and we'll be ready for the fireworks. Brad Jones is punching all the buttons, and I guarantee he'll have cameras over there focused on the fireworks. Here's the question I've got is do the fireworks continue into the game for Anderson County?
I guess we'll find out.
I'm just asking Richie Nose over here, looking at me. He's going to shake my hand. I didn't know he was going to be mad at me. As the Rivalry Friday is brought to you by Carson Newman University. President Fowler is going to join us, I believe, anyway, next Friday over at Sevier County. Football team 5-2, enrollment at an all-time high. Carson Newman, a proud presenting sponsor of OEB Law Rivalry Friday. Hey, let's take a break right now. When we come back, we will visit with Davey Gillum, the head coach at Anderson County. That and much more as we work our way towards kickoff on OEB Law Rivalry Friday. It's Alcoa and Anderson County.
To pay for stuff, spending.
I do not know.
Big, candy. Spend me. Use me to buy stuff.
It's never too early to learn more about personal finance. At Hearthside Bank, we work closely with our community to help meet your goals and achieve your financial dreams. Hearthside Bank, always within reach. Member FDIC.
A beacon of hope in a world of high prices. Ted Russell Ford is East Tennessee's #1 volume Ford dealer. At the super dealer, you choose how to conquer the road. Gas, diesel, hybrid, or all electric. Right now, get up to $10,000 off MSRP on select Ford F-150s. Come see the super dealer today at either Ted Russell Ford location, Parkside Drive, or Kingston Pike.
High school sports is bigger than the players in the game. It's all about communities, screaming fans, the bands, cheer teams, and mascots. Oh, and the dogs. Just like high school sports, OEB Law is all about results. Hi, I'm Tim Elrod, and the OEB Law team is dedicated to giving you the game-winning results you deserve. OEB Law, just results. 546-1111.
Let's head down Sophie Starkey standing by with Anderson County head coach Davey Gillum.
Coach, I want to take a moment to talk a little bit about Gary Terry. He's been in a battle with cancer for the past several months. You've got your hat on. The players have GT on their helmets. Will you talk about what he means to your community and your school?
Yeah, I'll try to sum it up. It's not easy, though. He does so much for the whole community. A close personal friend of mine. He's actually been coaching and working here before I got back. This is my 17th year. But everything we've got here football-wise, he's helped me build. He's part of my family. We're part of his. He's helping me with my boy. I've got to help raise his two boys, those type things. But it's got where everything he's done for me in football, he's doing for our whole community and all the sports, and just a really selfless guy. Doing the little things for my program that nobody wants to do, doing them year-round, and he does that for everybody. He probably does more to social stuff with our kids than anybody or all of us put together. If kids are having bad days or sick or surgeries, he's going to the hospital, he's checking on them, making, just doing all the things it takes to build relationships with kids and make this place special.
And then another member of your team, the K9 member of your team, Ella, it's her senior night tonight. She'll be passing on the mantle. What great memories do you have of her at your home games?
Hey, she's been the star of the show since not one. Even when we won our first state championship in school history in 22, we're all excited, never happened before, never even been there. The whole week was about Ella. Everybody from the press in Chattanooga, they're like, Coach, I need this, but can we see Ella? Can we, so she's the star of the show. Everybody loves her. Her owner, Lance, who was my college roommate, we both grew up here, played ball together. His brother's the principal. We're all close. So I'm real proud of Lance, the job he does. He's got a replacement ready, but it's still sad to see Ella go.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Yep.
Thank you, guys. All right, let's work our way towards kickoff. Take us a break right here on OEB Law Rivalry Friday, presented by Carson Newman. The national anthem.
This evening's football game are presented by members of the Anderson County High School Daily Junior ROTC Commander Holocaust.
High school sports is bigger than the players in the game. It's all about communities, screaming fans, the bands, cheer teams, and mascots. Oh, and the dogs. Just like high school sports, OEB Law is all about results. Hi, I'm Tim Elrod, and the OEB Law team is dedicated to giving you the game-winning results you deserve. OEB Law, just results. 546-1111.
Hey, East Tennessee, ready to save big? It's all at Hammer's Dry Goods. For over 70 years, we've been your hometown store for famous brand men's and ladies' clothing at rock-bottom prices. Need rugged workwear? Sharp casual looks? Ladies' game day gear? We've got it all, and it's priced to move. And when you shop Hammer's, you keep your money local, supporting our schools, our students, and our community. Hammer's Dry Goods. Tradition, value, hometown pride, and savings you can feel. Get to Hammer's today.
Kathy May Martin has been making real estate dreams a reality for over 3 decades. Buying or selling real estate is one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. Choosing the right realtor is next. Thinking of buying or selling? Call Kathy May Martin at Coldwell Banker Jim Henry & Associates for all your real estate needs. Rest assured, with Kathy's knowledge and experience, you will be on the winning team.
The free medical clinic offers primary care at no cost to the working poor. Every day, thousands of families live in fear, afraid to get sick or injured because they have no insurance and low income. But FMC removes that fear. We help people get back to work, back to school, and back on their feet, keeping our families healthy and our economy moving forward, especially for our rural and minority neighbors. With a full suite of services, top-tier medical professionals, FMC is redefining what healthcare looks like for the underserved. For more information, go to fmcor.org.
Well, the national anthem has just happened just moments ago. We'll work our way towards kickoff here with just a few minutes to go until kickoff. Alcoa and Anderson County. Alcoa comes in number 1 in the state. Anderson County number 7. Mark Backer along with Aaron Harvey. And so many eyes on this one tonight. Where will everybody be next week? The playoff format's so different. We really won't know the brackets until tomorrow.
We won't. You can kind of look ahead a little bit. Anderson County, if they lose this game, we know that they'll be at Elizabethton, obviously, because the first round doesn't change. It's the second round. So in that second round, they're probably going to be facing somebody from Region 3.
Yeah, we won't know until then, whenever we figure it out. But we'll see what.
At this time, we'd like to welcome into the bull ring. See what the brackets are released as tomorrow. One of the greatest shows in high school football is the Anderson County pregame.
Sit back and enjoy the greatest show in the world.
It looks like the team is going to come in now trying to get the timing correct as the fireworks will shoot off.
Spots on my glasses, even with the most expensive cleaners.
Whoa, Aquaclear can fix that.
If I don't squeegee this, I still see spots.
Are you tired of still seeing spots? Aquaclear can fix that.
Faded laundry again?
Aquaclear can fix that.
Hey guys, we got a special guest coach today. Catholic alum, Tennessee great, Cooper Mate.
Thanks, Coach. Let's see what your boys got.
That's it. Go. Drop.
Bring it up. Nice work today, man. Y'all hungry? Yeah. We got some Aubrey's. Let's eat. Aubrey's. Real comfort, real food, real good.
More fingers, Mr. Mays?
Yes, please.
Hi, I'm Laura Ash. I'm a State Farm agent here in West Knoxville. I love to serve all of East Tennessee for all of your home, car, life, and business insurance. If you need anything insurance related, give us a call at 675-0888.
I'm Tennessee basketball player JP Estrella. Let me give you a tour here of the offices at Knoxville Smiles. Dr. Costa is placing implants with a robot, and it's all done digitally. There's no guessing with this since it's all robotic. Dr. Wilco is the newest addition to the office. He loves to research the latest and greatest in technology, so the other doctors go to him for the newest product information and techniques. Dr. Malone is building teeth in the mouth. To him, cosmetic bonding is more like artwork. He does this without cutting your teeth down. It's all about building them up. Guys, we still have a problem. Do y'all have a bigger chair?
The following live sports broadcast is brought to you by Pac-Man HD Productions.
football to finish out the regular season with the number 1 team in the state, Alcoa, as the Alcoa Circus has rolled into Anderson County to face the Mavericks, who have had a year they're a little disappointed in, but boy, they can make it right with a win tonight. Let's head down to the third member of our team, Sophie Starkey, standing by with Anderson County head coach Davey Gillum.
You know, for us, where we're at in the season, just really getting JD back and getting a lot of guys back that have been banged up. We're trying to just come in, play as clean as we can, gain some momentum, hopefully have a chance at the end of this one and build some momentum going into the playoffs.
And Coach Nick said earlier his defense is going to need to lock up your son and quarterback, JD, tonight. What have you liked about his performance so far this season?
Yeah, he's played a lot of football, even though he's young. You know, so he's got a big arm, throws off platform good. A little worried, you know, he's been out 6 weeks and not 100%. So, you know, we need some help. Coach Nix does a great job on the best DCs in Tennessee, so he's coming after my little boy tonight. OL's got to give him some time, and then we got to get Jason Thompson going. You know, I don't want JD to have to shoulder the load tonight.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
He's got a few things to say down there on the sideline. And he's right about his son, J.D. Gillum. There was so much anticipation for him, just a 9th grader at the start of the year. But then he got hurt early. And what it's done is it stunted the growth with him out for 7 weeks, where he would have been more experienced now, and he's just simply not.
Well, yeah, and also he doesn't get that opportunity to have that chemistry with his wide receivers. But there is a good backup plan for Coach Gillum, or there is another, like, 1-2 punch in it. As you see on the screen, Gary Terry.
Yeah, Gary Terry, the athletic director at Anderson County, has been fighting a cancer battle. And there is the look from GT out there, as GT Strong is what the fans have been wearing, the shirts and the hats. And they've got a video playing on the Jumbotron before we get started.
Yeah, the paper that Anderson County ran through when they came on said, hey, seniors and GT. So they're playing tonight for their seniors, trying to send them off on a high note, but also playing for Gary Terry tonight.
Yeah, and Gary's been the longtime athletic director. Boy, one of the good guys. He's always one that anytime I reach out to, he's available. We have great conversations. He loves Anderson County High School. And we'll get out of the way.
Since joining Anderson County High School in 2001, Gary has dedicated himself to making our school the very best it can be. His impact reaches far beyond the halls of Anderson County High School. He is admired and respected and loved by Mavericks of all ages across our community. Tonight, we are proud to honor him with GT Strong Now. At this time, our football team would like to present him with a special gift in recognition of his unwavering commitment to our program, our school, and our environment.
What a special moment as the team goes down around Gary Terry. Boy, what would it mean tonight for this Anderson County team to pull off the shocker of the year? And it would be. It would be the shocker of the year. Davey Gillum said that this Alcoa team is the best he's ever seen.
Yeah. No
Told Brian Nix that, and he didn't want to hear it.
No, that's what Nick Saban would call rat poison. You know, you don't want your team to get complimented, because then they start reading their own presses and all that. But yeah, that's Coach Gillum is. He's certain this team doesn't have a lot of weaknesses, if any. So they're going to have to play a near perfect game tonight. But I tell you, you got Jason Thompson back there. He's a guy that has experience playing this Alcoa team. Last year at Bearden, the Bearden Bulldogs almost defeated that Alcoa team. Actually, Alcoa took the lead for the last second, and Thompson was on that team. So Kickoff's tonight sponsored by the UA Local 102, Plumbers and Seam Fitters Union in Knoxville. Reminding you, there is no substitute for UA Craftsmen. And want to thank those guys for being on with us all season long. UA Local 102, of which I am a proud member.
So Alcoa would get the football to start things off, or excuse me, Anderson County will. Alcoa won the toss and deferred. Both coaches saying that if they won this toss tonight, they would let the other team have the football. Both coaches said for the same reason. When there's this kind of emotion in a game, you want to let the other guy have the ball first.
Yeah, play a little bit of field position. Get your punches in early. And here's Thompson. That's
Thompson off right tackle for a short gain of, we'll call it 4 yards. And as much as Davey Gillum would love for his son to have a big coming out party tonight, he really would love to see Jason Thompson, who's going to play in the Commercial Bank Rivalry Showcase, by the way, on December the 13th. He would love to see him control this game.
Yeah, Jason Thompson is one of those guys that can control the game, and that's what Anderson County wants. If you can keep Alcoa's offense off the field as much as possible, guess what? They can't score. Make this an ugly, low-scoring game if you're Anderson County, and give yourself a chance at the end of the game to win this thing.
They'll go to Thompson between the tackles again and leave a 3rd down and 1. This offensive line going to be tested tonight against a very good 3-5-3 is essentially what they run. 3 in the back, and they go 3 down linemen.
So 3rd and short, we get another dose of Thompson.
Yeah,
yes,
they'll go full set right up the middle and get the 1st down.
So you run 3 plays, you move the sticks. That's 3 yards in a cloud of dust is what the old-timers always called that, right? If you can get 3 yards or so, average 3 yards or so, you give yourself a chance to move the sticks. You keep the football. You take time off the clock. Just keep moving those sticks, baby. That's what it's all about.
But when do they play fake and throw? Not yet. Thompson up the middle. Jason Thompson running through defenders past the 45, and exactly what the doctor ordered for Anderson County early.
And like I said, Jason Thompson, he played against these Alcoa Tornadoes last year when he was at Bearden. He's got experience against this team and their legacy. So, this is just another day for him.
First down and 10 at the 47. What Brian Nick said about his defense is that they will play deep safeties. They'll throw the interception. As J.D. Gillum throws off of his back foot. And what I was about to say is Brian Nick says, I'll give you 10 yards. I'm not going to let you beat me deep. They gave up the 10-yard pass. Gillum just missed the receiver.
Yeah, trying to hit Gabe St. John right there, and it was just a little bit behind him. And, man, Alcoa right there. So the Tornadoes with really good field position already on their first drive.
And they will send out maybe the most efficient quarterback that I have ever seen play, and that is Thomas Manu.
30 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Completing at an 84% clip off left tackle and tripped up out to the 49-yard line.
And I'll tell you something else. If Alcoa can, or if Anderson County can stay in this game tonight, they're going to have to worry about Manu's legs, too. And it's not something that he doesn't run wide. He's only got about 180 or so yards rushing on the season and 1 touchdown. But over 80 of those were against Maryville. And nobody else has really tested Alcoa. So if they get tested, that is another level of offense that they can add in against their defense.
Second down and 4. Flag will come in from behind.
Condis Cherry with the carry. Illegal shift.
One thing Alcoa doesn't do very often is make mistakes, and there's a hold. That'll put them back to a 2nd down and 9. Cherry behind the quarterback, Manu, on a 2nd down and 9. Manu rolls right. And there's the arm. 84% completion percentage. And that one he finds the receiver, Jameer Dean, another junior.
Yeah, and Jameer Dean, being looked at by some colleges, has an offer from Vanderbilt, MTSU, Virginia Tech, to name a few, Mississippi State.
Down to the 32. Man in motion. Manu will fake to him and will keep it. He'll put his foot in the turf and take it down to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, he's not going to run it a lot unless he needs to. And this could be just giving this Anderson County defense something else to look at, something else they have to worry about.
Second down and 5. 4 minutes into this game, Alcoa already knocking on the door. Manu hands off right tackle. Cherry will be taken down for a loss of 2.
So they loaded up the left side of the line with a bunch formation. Made you think that the play was going there. Instead, they sent it to the boundary, and Anderson County was all over it.
Tony Lambert, the defensive coordinator for the Mavericks, former head coach at Oneida. I said, do you send the hounds against these guys? And he said, it's just how often do you want to leave yourself exposed? They just don't have any chinks in the armor.
Yeah. And going an empty set here, 5 wide.
3rd down and 7, wide side of the field, the near side. Manu will throw across the middle, receiver all by himself, tripped up inside the 25, and there he is again. That is Jameer Dean.
Just a little slant route right there. Manu able to hit him in stride, and that's enough to pick up the 1st down. You see how methodical this Alcoa offense is. It's just a well-oiled machine.
First down and 10. Just outside the red zone. Manu with a man in motion, feeling pressure, gets the slip screen across the middle. Mavericks were there for the quick stop.
So well played by the Anderson County defense right there. Send a man in motion to the left. Got the defense's eyes going that way, and then sent a middle slip screen. Anderson County stayed home. Able to stop that for a loss of 2.
You hear him yelling on the sideline, pass, pass, pass. On a 2nd down, and they'll hand off right up the middle, spinning inside the 15.
Pass, but Cherry about passed the line to gain. Looked like he picked up 11 on that.
Third down and 2 as Richie No is yelling the longest 3rd down in the history of high school football. Micah Jones at running back. They'll hand off to Jones right up the middle. Oh, look at the footwork. Look at the spin, backing his way inside the 5, still turning, and it's 1st down and goal for Alcoa at the 4.
Hey, so Marcus Brown for Anderson County trying to go for that football after Alcoa had already picked up the 1st down. They'll have it 1st and goal, but Micah Jones, you get a good dose of Condis Cherry, like, hey, this guy's pretty good. And then they throw Jones at you.
That's what happens when you've got the depth that they've got at Alcoa. Jones gets the handoff, goes around left in, touchdown. Walks his way in for the score, but there is a flag at the 4. Let's check the flag that's in the area of holding. Ref doesn't have his mic on, so sorry for the Charlie Chan impersonation.
If that happens again, I'll
run down there and help us out.
No, I was going to say I'll lip read.
Yeah.
Do an impression of what he's saying.
First down and goal at the 14. Wide side of the field, the far side. Manu, the quarterback, will run to the right with all receivers blocking, and I love how Alcoa is swinging at the football. Anderson County swinging at the football, trying to get it away from Manu.
Yeah. When you get this far down, and especially against Alcoa, yeah, you're going to have to get some turnovers to win this game for Anderson County. Unfortunately, you're already down a turnover with that opening interception.
12th play of the drive for the Tornadoes, and second down and goal inside the 5. They'll hand off to Jones, and he'll be upended, but it'll be third down and goal from about the 1.5.
And this is 4-down territory. I guarantee you Alcoa's not going to line up and kick a field goal if they don't get in here.
And they'll go quick, and they'll hand off to Micah Jones right up the middle, and I don't think he got there.
No, sir. No, sir.
And what a momentum swing it would be if Anderson County can get off the field on a fourth down and goal at the 1.
It would be a huge deal. Alcoa trying to catch that Anderson County defense off guard by trying to hurry up the line. But, man, I tell you, the Mavericks, the defense has played pretty well. Alcoa had the short field.
13th play of the drive on a gorgeous night here in Anderson County. Fourth down and goal. Here we go. Manu will hand off to Jones, and I don't think he got in.